Hello everyone and welcome to Gatorade Duels for season number 4 of the RLNZ Aldi Cup Series. We are here to determine the field of 42 here for the Daytona 500 in season 4. And well, it's been a crazy week so far, a bit of surprises, I'm not gonna lie, and well, we're here at the Daytona International Speedway to see who will come out on top here in this 21 lap race here in Gatorade Duels 1 and 2. So this is Gatorade Duel number 1. You might not be, if you're not in this one, you'll be in Duel 2. Or if you're not in Duel 2 as well, you're just not even in the race. So, yeah, so for this one, the top 2 drivers will advance to the Daytona 500. So, there are a couple of drivers that we will mention that has to race their way in. We'll go through the starting line now, rolling at the bottom of the screen. Caleb Campbell, the 41, needs to survive this race because he will start on the pole for the 500. As long as you don't retire in this race, you will not have to go to the back. So if Caleb Campbell can finish this race, he will be on the pole for the 500. Joining him is Dominic Anthony in the number 40. Row 2, Benny Watson in the number 94 for NS Racing, and Brandon Bent, the Aldi Cup Series Season 2 champion, on Row 2. Row 3, Noah Chronister completes an all-Ford top 5, and Annie Thomas in the number 37. Row 4, Alexander Rowe in the 92 did very well qualifying, and the 5 of Dawson Miller. And rounding out the top 10, Eli Bright, number 56, and Hunter Sleppy, the 88. Go further back down the order because here's the first of the guys that need to race their way in. The 97 of Carson Mitchell for NS Racing and the 22 of Hedge Alavin Alonso. Both those guys need to race their way into the 500. We go further back down the order to find the next driver next drivers that need to race their way in. So a bit further back, Carter Friesen in the 89 starts from 21st. He needs to race his way in the Team Hanley car. His teammate Tanya Breyer will start on the pole for the next duel, and Dion Moon as well for Andrews Racing has to race his way in. We go further back, Ace Garcia in the 25 has to race his way in, and Jared Oren was going to start from the 10th position, but due to an engine change after blowing his up in qualifying, he starts at the back for this duel and will start at the back for the Daytona 500 if he does make it. So, we're going to get this race underway. Here at Daytona, Caleb Campbell will lead us to the green in the PPG Ford for Unstoppable Motorsports. It's a great qualifying session for him yesterday, and see how this race pans out. We should go through the rest of the field. Anyway, so we've gone through 11th and 12th because Mark Mitchell and Alonso both need to race their way in. So Season 3 champion Cyrus McGee starts from 13th, and joining him alongside is the 51 of Diego Yepes. That car finished second in the 500 last year and 3rd in Season 2. Colin Denton, the rookie in the 59 for Fitzwater Australia Racing, and Rookie of the Year last year, John Sheets in the 72. Kenny Washington in the 43 will start from position 17 in the McDonald's car, and Gatlin Downey in the 35 for Manly Motorsports. All those guys are locked in. So these guys as well, Tristan Allen, the number 12, who won a Daytona race in Season 1, the second Daytona race, and Brayson Collins in the car that won the Daytona 500 last year, and he's locked in for this race but will not be for the rest of the season. Carter Friesen in the 89, we've already talked about him, same with Dion Moon. And Roger Race, the final chartered driver in the field from 2030, really struggled for pace in that car, so looking for a bit of a change, particularly as his teammate Benny Watson and Alexander Rowe back there both had very, very good qualifying sessions yesterday. So it's an all-Ford front 2 rows, and then a Ford and a Dodge, a Ford and a Chevy. That's your top 4 rows, and then a Chevy and a Chevy, rounding out the top 10. So, a bit of Ford domination here in this field. So coming to the green to start the Gatorade Duels. Caleb Campbell and Dominic Anthony leading us to the green. And there it is, green flag's out and we're underway here at Daytona. It was a very good jump from Caleb Campbell in the 41. He's going to lead them off into 1 and 2. See, got to wait here for Benny Watson to try and catch up here in the 94. It's not going to clear the 40 on the outside. Side by side down the back, it's going to be the 40 on the outside lane who gets the run. Now he's in trouble. There goes the 94 of Benny Watson down at the bottom. Going for the lead. They're 3 wide up fronts. Double file the rest of the field. 3 wide at the line. No help for Campbell in the middle. And it's going to be Benny Watson who leads the first lap of the duel. Noah Chronister on the inside in the 31. He's locked into the 500, so no worries for him. So Benny Watson, the 94, could be able to come up and clear here. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He comes up and clears the 40. You don't want to be involved in a wreck here in this race because you'll have to go to the back due a backup car or just retire in general, because if you have a failure then you'll have to go to the back anyway. Noah Chronister, the 31, leading the way. He's just got to the inside of Benny Watson. In the steel number 31 at the line is the 31 of Chronister who leads that lap. Here goes the 56 of Eli Bright down to the bottom in the Siemens car. Sails it off into 1 and 2. Gets underneath, and 56 now trying to go to the lead. You've got a couple of NS Racing cars on the inside here, the 92 and the 97. That's Alexander Rowe and Carson Mitchell. 3 wide is now starting to become more prominent. Out the field, Carson Mitchell trying to make a 4 wide underneath of his teammate there. Doesn't happen. Eli Bright, Audi shootout winner from last year, leading the field. He'll lead lap 3. This is a long race for a duel. It is only 21 laps, but it is still a fairly long day, fairly long night. So Alexander Rowe's gone to the front of the field in the 92. His teammate Carson Mitchell, who of course needs to race his way into the Daytona 500, trying to go for the lead. Colin Denton, the 59, in the Xbox car for Fitzwater Australia Racing, isn't able to get to the inside. Here goes the 97, down to the bottom. And part-time driver Carson Mitchell, not even going to attempt every race this season, is going to lead it. Here we go, we got 4 wide. Oh, I thought they were going to go 4 wide. Tristan Allen was certainly moving up for Gatlin Downey, but Chronister kind of forces him back down to the bottom. You do not want to wreck here in this race. NS Racing currently 1 and 2. So Mitchell currently one of the drivers at the moment would be in the 500, and at the moment it would be Carter Friesen in the Hershey's car that would join him. But of course things can change. Kenny Washington at the back there was kind of trying to stay with the draft, maybe just hanging out the back so he can try and avoid a wreck if it does happen in that McDonald's car. Still 3 wide for the lead here. Colin Denton has gone underneath of Carson Mitchell and Alexander Rowe. And Denton, the 59 for Fitzwater Australia Racing, we're going to go 4 wide. That was going to happen eventually. Gatlin Downey has opened the door. Has been opened the door, I should say, by Tristan Allen. Now this is the place where Carson Mitchell does not want to be, because he's right in the middle of that 4 wide. He wants to make the 500. Alexander Rowe does a very smart thing there and lets him have some room. So good thinking by the NS Racing teammates there. They were able to avoid a crash, as the 35 now going to the front of the field. So at the moment, it would be no, it wouldn't be Mitchell anymore. It'd be Friesen and Garcia in the 25 and the 89, as they are currently now up in the front of the field. They are going to wreck here in a minute, I reckon, because they are all over the place. Carter Friesen, the 89 for Team Hanley. There's the 25 of Garcia on the inside. Jared Oren, who had to start at the back. They're all moving up here. Things are happening as they continue to try and go 4 wide. Gatlin Downey really wants to be involved in a 4 wide for some reason, as Ace Garcia goes to the bottom for the race lead. And of course in this duel, in the duels in general, you don't get any points for it. This is just basically see who makes the 500 and like qualifying positions and all that, as Garcia moves up to the outside to block the 89. Jared Oren in the Black & Decker car down to the bottom for the race lead. Cyrus McGee, who won this duel last year as well, should mention that. He won this duel last year. He's trying to get up towards the front of the field, as we're on lap 8 and we haven't had a wreck yet. That's kind of surprising. So we're going to go 3 wide for the lead. He goes to 21, trying to get to the bottom. He does get to the bottom, underneath of Oren and Garcia. 3 wide throughout the majority of the field. They're going to go 4 wide again. Dion Moon moves up for Brayson Collins. Collins thinks better of it. Now Moon tries to make it 4 wide, looking underneath of Cyrus McGee. Doesn't happen. Moves up again. Opens the door for the 71. Does it happen this time? No, it doesn't. How are these guys not wrecking yet? Is my question. We're nearly halfway through this race and they still haven't wrecked. Here we go. This might be the 4 wide situation. We had a crash down the back last year. Might see it again right here. Brayson Collins, the 71, now trying to go to the lead. Jared Owen can move up if he wants. He does. Garcia does the right thing there and lets the 19 slide up in front of him. Might hurt him short term, but long run, probably better for him. Now the 22 looking to the bottom, trying to get by Annie Thomas. Now Roger Ray's trying to do that. Jesus, these guys are all over the place. Grayson Collins leads that lap in the 71. He's locked in, so no worries for him. Annie Thomas, the 37, looking to the bottom. So Thomas trying to go to the front. She led the most laps in the 500 last year. Oh, Slappy, the 88 there, back on the inside. There's a hole, and he's going to get shoved into it by Brandon Bent. As there goes the 37. Trying to lead this lap. There's a 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. And Brayson Collins actually got him at the line in the middle lane. So there you go. How about that? 4 wide again. Oh, not quite. I thought it was going to be 4 wide again with Alonso. Thankfully, that is not the case. Collins moves up to the outside lane, trying to get the best run possible. Then he blocks the middle. Now the 37 is going to move up to the middle. And here comes the 22 down to the bottom. If things were to stay as they are at the moment, Alonso and Moon would make the 500. Annie Thomas, the 37. As we're trying to go 4 wide again. Annie Thomas, 37. No, Brayson Collins again on the outside in the Gifford Inc. Toyota. Looking very good at the moment here in this 71. Of course, Gifford Inc. won 4 of the 5 restrictor plate races last year, including both Daytona races, with team owner Tyson Gifford in the 500 and Julio Caesar in the Coke 0400. As here comes HL11 and Alonso down to the bottom. Washington thinking about it. Gonna get aggressive here. We got 8 laps to go. And Angel Arvin Alonso in the 22. We got a great run off. Well, thanks to the 99 of Roger Ray, and he leads that lap. It's the 97 at the back. I don't know if he's going to make it now. Guess it depends what happens up here. There goes Roger Ray down to the bottom, trying to make it 3 wide for the lead down the back. Switch camera angles here because this is a good view of how strong the outside lane is. Look at that. Great run by Brayson Collins. And Alonso, I thought Alonso was going to move down there and try and cover the 99, but couldn't quite do it in time. And now they're 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide at the line. It's gonna be, I don't know, I think it was the 71. It was on the outside lane. Good run through the turns for the inside lane, but the outside lane is where it's at on the straights. But this time Brayson Collins isn't going to get a good enough run to really go with the 99 and the 22. So the 99 Roger Ray said he wasn't really looking forward to qualifying. Here we go, 4 wide again. Oh my goodness me, how have they not wrecked? Kenny Washington was opening the door there, and it thankfully shut it closed. As there goes Roger Ray going to the front. They're looking to make it 4 wide again. Oh my goodness me, this is nuts. We got 5 laps remaining. We haven't wrecked yet. This is off the scale racing. This is impressive. To have not had a wreck yet is remarkable. Particularly some of these guys' first races. Like Kenny Washington's a rookie. Diego Yepes in the 51 is a rookie. So I'm very surprised to see that they've gone so far without a crash. As the 43 leads it with 5 laps remaining. If we have a caution, the race would end. And at the moment, the drivers in the box seat are the 22 of Hairgel Arvin Alonso's. We've got a battle for the lead on. And either the 19 or the 57. Which is Gerald Oren and Dion Moon. But Carson Mitchell in the 97 is now on the inside. And he's just got by both of them. This is not over yet. Do not think that Alonso is safe yet, as the 94 has just taken the lead. Benny Watson leads with 4 to go. There goes Diego Yepes down to the bottom in the 51. Not gonna do it yet. Still side by side. Dawson Miller, Eli Bright, Alexander Rowe, the 92 car for NS Racing. Oh, here we go. Oh no, no, they didn't do it yet. But Bright is really leaving a bit of a gap there. Thankfully, does not happen. We're going to come to 3 laps to go. We have not wrecked once in this duel. And it's Diego Yepes out in front. The rookie for Unstoppable Motorsports. What is going to happen here late in this race? Watson on the outside. Yepes on the inside. And Dawson Miller ready to pounce. I think, to be honest, if Yepes stays out in front, I think Alonso's going to make it. Eli Bright looking to the bottom, trying to go 3 wide for the 3rd place. Can't do it yet. 51's doing a good... Oh, sorry, 51's actually doing a good job out in front here. Side by side, a battle between the new Ford teams, because these two teams were not Fords last year, and now they're both Fords. And Brandon Bent is pushing Benny Watson to the front of the field that time. And now things are going to get interesting, because I think oh no, Dawson Miller was really opening the door there, because I think he's trying to get the best run possible. And at the moment, we got 2 laps to go. I think Hairgel Arvin Alonso will make the race in the 22. I do not think he'll fall back far enough to really lose out. At the moment, I think Carson Mitchell for NS Racing would make it as well. Caleb Campbell's trying to make it 4 wide back there. It is bananas here at Daytona. Diego Yepes for Unstoppable Motorsports, leading us to the white flag. Final lap in the duel. They are racing it back. Who is gonna win it? 51 or 94? Eli Bright just made it 3 wide. He's up to 3rd. He's coming. I think the 97. I think Carson Mitchell's going to make it. This is the final lap. Oh, there goes Bright. He got a run to the inside in the 56. Yepes in the middle. Watson on the outside. They're 4 wide. Are they gonna wreck? No, they're not. Side by side at the line, and it's gonna be Eli Bright. He wins Duel 1 at Daytona. There you go. How about that? Eli Bright. His 2nd Speed Weeks victory. Won the Aldi shootout last year, and he has won tonight here in Duel 1. How about that? That was a good race. They were clean, they were 4 wide at times, but they did not wreck. And that is good. And I think Carson Mitchell for NS Racing and Hedge Alavin Alonso are the 2 that will advance to the Daytona 500. I think. Let's just check. Yes, they are. So the 97 and the 22, Mitchell and Alonso will advance to the Daytona 500. How about that for the rookie? And Alonso, that is his 4th Daytona 500 start. That means he'll get his 4th 500 start. Where is he? There he is. So Alonso will make the 500 for the 4th time. And for Eli Bright, well, he will start 3rd, possibly 2nd, depending on what happens in the next duel. He's the winner of Duel number 1, so congratulations to him, and, well, let's take you to Duel 2. Welcome back. This is Daytona Duel number 2, and, well, 24 drivers come into this race, and only 3 will be eliminated after this. And well, we've had 49 drivers attempt Daytona, 7 will be eliminated. We've already eliminated 4 of them. Good time to determine who makes the other drivers who will not make the 500 and who will make the 500. We'll go through the starting lineup as the cars roll around this time. We'll go through everyone. Tanya Breyer, the rookie for Team Hanley, starts on the pole after grabbing the front row for the 500 tomorrow. And Daniel Server has shown some serious speed in that car this weekend. William Brock in the 42 has to race his way in, and like Daniel Server, shown some really good speed. And joining him on row 2, Simon Nichols in the 24, 5 wins last year. Henry Gore in the number 2 will start from 5th, and the 95, a Christian Parker, 2nd highest placed rookie in the field. Reagan Whitlock, the 45, 2nd in the Audi shootout, and James Kinghart makes his long-awaited turn to the Audi Cup Series. He was the Duel 2 winner from last season, so he was the winner of this race last year. Jake Rogers in the 98, and former teammate Jack Porkins on row 5, rounding out the top 10. Go through the rest of the starting grid at the bottom of your screen. So we mentioned William Brock has to race his way in. This guy here, Jonathan Rains, the 52, will have to race his way in. John Andrews, the owner driver, will have to race his way in. Zach Ryan, his teammate just won the previous duel. He's got a good chance of advancing, I reckon. Go further down the order. Kenny Johnson will also have to try to advance. So those are the 5 drivers that have to race their way in. The one with the best shot is the guy who starts 3rd, William Brock. See how this all plays out. The winner of the last race started 9th. We'll see what happens here in duel number 2. 21 laps. around the Daytona International Speedway. So we're waiting for the pace car to pull off to the left. We went caution free in Duel 1 for those who missed it. It was crazy, you know. I'm expecting the same type of craziness, but the different lot. We'll see what happens. Tanya Brea, Daniel Server, leading us to the green. And there it is. Green flag's out. We are underway here in Duel 2. Cars getting up to speed. It's Brea and Server off into 1 and 2. And the 08 and the 78. Henry Gore already made it 3 wide, and William Brock is in the middle, which is the place you don't want to be at the start of a race, because you're going to fall back a fair bit, because you won't have much help at the beginning. As Henry Gore trying to make it 3 wide for the lead, not going to happen yet. It's going to be Brea and Server side by side. And at the line, the first lap is completed, and it's Tanya Brea in the 08 for Team Hanley. There goes the 2 of Henry Gore. He's going to try and go for the lead underneath the Brea. Can't quite do it yet. There he goes in the Premier Racing Motorsports Ford. So help from Whitlock and Marks, 2 of the South Florida Motorsport cars. Don't be surprised to see some 4 wide in this race. We saw that in Duel 1, but they all held on to it, as those 2 cars are rubbing up against each other. They need to be careful. Here we go, side by side. Looks like the 2 may grab it at the line. And he does. Henry Gore leads lap 2. In the number 2. At the moment, William Brock would still have one of the spots locked up, and so would Jonathan Rains in the 52. At the moment, the 42's in the middle. You don't want to be in the middle, because you're not really going to go anywhere. You're just going to be slowly falling back. If you want to fall back quickly, well, if you want to fall back, you want to fall back quickly, which is where you'll probably go on the outside, as Reagan Whitlock, who was second in the shootout, to Colin Driver in the 42. He is currently going for the lead. He's got help from new teammate Chase Marks. And at the line, the 45 car. So it looks like the inside lane. I saw this from what happened at the end of the first duel. Eli Bright got a massive run in the 56 on the inside, which interests me. Oh, we got a crash! We got a crash! 4 cars around! Caution! And 2 of them at least were drivers out to race their way in, the 42 and the 52. The caution is out. These guys are going to wreck here. They are very slow. Oh boy, up the track they go. And they're all going to hold on to it for the moment. Oh my goodness me. What happened there? The 42, the 52. There were definitely others involved. Henry Gore's the race leader. That shocked me because I didn't see that coming. I was too busy focusing on other things. But that was thankfully a very minor accident. It is the first caution in the duels. Henry Gore's the race leader. Let's take a look what happened to trigger the caution. So this is actually very interesting because it's 3 cars, well, it's 4 cars actually, that need to make the 500 that all get involved in this. Take a look at the blue Mapey car on the inside. That is Zach Ryan. We can get to him. There he is. He makes it 4 wide, basically. That's what happens. He makes it 4 wide, and I didn't notice it. And, well, these guys kind of all move up. And you see Simon Nichols on the outside. This could have been a much worse incident, so I'm very glad it was just a minor one. But take a look. It's going to continue here for a while. But the 55 69-42. Just not enough room for 4 wide here at Daytona. At least coming off the turns. As you can see, I need to figure out what happened here because it is going to take a little while, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. That's what happened. So, there we go. So, take a look. Not enough space. Andrews goes up. Looks like Brock maybe comes down a little. Go up into each other. Come down into Ryan. Ryan's got a bit of damage. Andrew's got a bit of damage. 52. Go up into Christian Parker. James Kinghart. Around goes the 52, the 42. 52 does a nice job. He just keeps it going. He spins around and then keeps it going. Might have to come down the pit road for tyres. Oh, and he does. He goes up into Brock as well, actually. So, well, that's what happened. It was a very minor incident, actually. That was very surprising. And, well, the other guy that did get through... Well, the only other uncharted car that we saw get through it was the 39 of Kenny Johnson, the GoPro car. So that's interesting. Maybe something you need to keep in mind a bit later on. So anyways, that's the first caution of the duels. Henry Gore, the number 2, is the race leader. We'll take it back to the green. Come back to the green this time. Henry Gore in the Lexmark Ford is the race leader. Reagan Whitlock is 2nd. Daniel Server is 3rd. 4th, Tanya Breyer. 5th is Simon Nichols. 6th, Chase Marks. 7th, Christian Parker. 8th, Yin Canario. 9th is Zach Ryan. And 10th, Kenny Washington. As you can see, these 2 cars here, the 55, the 39, are the 2 cars in the spots at the moment that you want to be in. And I think for William Brock, they came down the pit road. They did repair the left side of the 42 and probably a bit of other repairs as well. But I don't think he's going to be able to really stick with these guys. But I don't know. Could prove me wrong. We'll see. Henry Gore, the 2. And Reagan Whitlock, do want to mention him because he has won Duel 2 before. He won in Season 1. And James Kinghart is the only other winner of this duel race. So, just a little interesting piece of fact. Obviously, Eli Bright won Duel 1 earlier tonight. Other drivers to have won Duel 1. Cyrus McGee, the Season 3 champion. And Isaac Nichols. So... coming back to the green this time. We're waiting for the pace car to go off onto the pit road. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, top 5. There goes the pace car onto the pit road. And here we go. And we are green flag racing. Again. Simon Nichols already making moves back there. John Andrews. That's big for Andrews. He's going past the 39. That would be for the 2nd spot. Now he's going for trying to get to the 1st spot. Trying to get around Zach Ryan. I think the 42 is too far back, so we can rule him out. The 52, I think, might be able to stay with these guys, though. Which would be an interesting prospect. And no one else is out, by the way. Just thought I should let everyone know. Now, this is a similar thing that happened in the Aldi shootout. Reagan Whitlock was up front. Caution came out. He stayed up front for the rest of the race. I think, unless it was... I know it happened to Colin Driver, who went on to win the race, but I think the 45 was up front as well. And he couldn't get by him on the inside there. And the 52 is too slow. So... that leaves down 3 drivers. John Andrews, the 69, looking to make the 500 for the 3rd time from memory. Kenny Johnson in the 39, currently is the 2nd spot. Zach Ryan might have damage as well. He's getting swamped by those guys. 52's definitely got damage. 75 is involved in the wreck, so I'm not surprised he's damaged. 42 is out. You would think so. Tough break for a lot of these guys. Now this is what I saw. I remember this kind of thing happened in the shootout. This time it's not Reagan. Oh, sorry, it's not Colin Driver. Reagan Whitlock's fighting. It's Henry Gore. But this time, 45 has a teammate on the inside. in Chase Marks. So we'll see. He might come into play here. It might come into play indeed. There he goes, 3 wide for the lead. Didn't see that coming. There are all these guys back there. 55 still trying to stay with the pack. So he still has a shot, Zach Ryan. He could still make the 500 if things happen. And of course, same for the 42, the 52, but I mean, with the way they've raced all night in both duels, might see another caution. But, oh, goodness gracious me. No, the 69 was moving up very quickly there. That could have been really bad. But they keep it straight. Chase Marks in the 20. Finished second at Talladega a number of times, actually, so he's pretty good on restricted plates. Hasn't really shown too much at Daytona, though. So trying to go full wide again. As we got 9 laps remaining. He's Chase Marks out in front. And Zach Ryan is going to stay with the pack there. Jonathan Rains, probably not. So it's a tough break for the 52. I think he's done for tonight. So Andrew's going to probably move to the bottom. There he goes. Marks moves up. Plenty of time. Things can happen here at Daytona. Will there be any more wrecks is my question. What speed is the 42 doing? It's a 49.9. These guys are doing 45.4s. I think we will catch up to that 42. Possibly. But I mean, I don't know. So you just have to wait and see. Oh boy. Oh boy, 39 got a run. Here we go. Ah, he's there. He's underneath. Server. Gonna give them space. And that's the right thing to do if you're Daniel Server. In the 78 back there, the Hertz car. Moves up, gives some space for Whitlock. And they all survive. For the moment. 55 and 01, the two GL racing cars just watching and waiting at the moment. Just in case something were to happen. Kenny Johnson going to the line. I was going to say Kenny Washington. It's not even Kenny Washington. Three wide for the lead. The 39 and the 69 hold the spots. Johnson. Oh, he moves up. There goes the 48 down low. Key and rally. Got a couple other guys on the inside as well. They're interesting. Landon Hicks, the 77, finished third in the shootout. Aiden Shepard finished fourth in the shootout. In the 7, Justin Zidell in the 13, making his first start, and Matthew Skipper, the 17. There's the 42. I actually don't think we'll catch him, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be interesting. Right here. There they go, up into the field. Oh my goodness me, hard hit by Skipper. Oh, what's going to happen? Someone else got hit. Ryan's in it. Ryan, the 55's in it. Look at the damage on his car. More cars getting involved. Gore upside down. Gets hit by Ryan. Porkins, Marks. Porkins. All these guys are going to have to go to the backup car. Jonathan Rains gets by it. John Andrews. Kenny Johnson with damage. Simon Nichols with damage. Landon Hicks is the leader. That is huge. That, I think, rules out Zach Ryan. Possibly, I don't know. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Are we going to get back to green though? Yes, we are. We are going to get back to green. So anyone that retires, of course, will have to go to a backup car. So that's going to be a lot of cars, I reckon. Let's take a look at what happened to trigger the caution. Landon Hicks, the 77, is the race leader. Well, Aiden Shepherd was moving up for the 69. Oh, sorry, not 69. Sorry, he's moving up into the 69. That for Justin Zidell and the 7 and the 69 hook. And they're going to go up into Johnson and that. Well, that's huge. That's huge. For a guy like Jonathan Rains, Keen Rally just snuck by. You see Marks, Andrews, Johnson, Gordon, Skipper. Reagan Whitlock got a bit of damage. Hard hit by Skipper. And then he kind of creates what happens after. Daniel Server gets turned around. Gwar gets run into. Tanya Breyer gets a bit of damage. And you see the one car goes up. Simon Nichols hits the 17. And then, what happens up here? So 17 is sliding out of control. So is the 2. He just gets... They just make right rear contact. Both of them. And that spins the 2 around. And then the 2 slides up the racetrack and Jack Pawkins in the 04. Whack. Right into the driver's door. Teammates of Premier Racing Motorsports. And then Jake Rogers will fly in here. He gets a bit of damage as well. Marks runs into the 04. The 98 flips over the 2. Zach Ryan gets a piece of it. Brad just gets a little... And Zach Ryan, there he gets a bit of contact, and that puts him out of the race, effectively. Jonathan King's car is absolutely totaled. He's out as well. Jonathan Rains sneaks by. Christian Parker in the 95. Chase Marks is out. It's just chaos here at Daytona. Landon Hicks is the race leader. We'll take it on board with someone. Let's take it on board with Zach Ryan, because he's probably the biggest name taken out. On board with a 55, Zach Ryan is looking to make the 500. He's not going to make it this time. Bang! That's what did all the damage. Oops. Didn't mean to. Avoids this 17. Bang. What a shame for Ryan. What a shame for a number of guys that were taken out of that. What makes this interesting is we're going to have a one-lap dash, and Landon Hicks is the race leader. We'll take it back to the green. Well, it's a one-lap dash here in the Daytona Duels. And Landon Hicks, the 77, is the race leader. Kian Rally, Justin Zidell, Julio Caesar, and Ying Canario are the 5 drivers who did not get involved in the crash. Everyone else was involved. Simon Nichols, Kenny Johnson, Reagan Whitlock, John Andrews, and Tanya Breyer rounds out the top 10. Currently, it's Johnson and Andrews. What can the 52 do about it, though? Can he get by one of those 2? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. You're focusing more on the leaders, though. So, one lap dash. Who is going to win the second Daytona Duel? Let's see. Oh yeah, I should mention as well. Pawkins, Gwar, Marks, King, Parker, and Rogers will all have to go to backup cars as well. Should mention that. But anyways, we'll get that up. Go to the front. Let's see what happens on this final lap here in the second Daytona Duel. Green flag. We're back underway. Let's see what happens. Kian Rally in the 48. Going down to the bottom. Try and get the race lead on the final lap. Look at the run the 15 has got. Julio Caesar and the Michael Waltrip throwback. It's going to be one of these 5 cars. Don't think it's Hicks. He's got no help. Kian Rally's race to lose now. Oh, here we go. 15 looks low. There goes Caesar. Can Julio Caesar win at Daytona again? I think he is, because the 48 doesn't have enough help, and Julio Caesar is going to come to the line and win the second Gatorade Duel at Daytona. Who advances? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 52 got by. 52 got by. Jonathan Reigns is in the 500. It's one of these two now. Oh my goodness me. Julio Caesar wins Duel 2. Is his second win at Daytona. He won the Coke 0400 last year. And, well, he wins here tonight. So who is it? Jonathan Reigns has advanced. He finished 8th. It's Kenny Johnson. Kenny Johnson got held off the 69 car. So it's the 52 and the 39 who will advance to the Daytona 500. John Andrews will not have a car in the 500 at all. Because Dion Moon did not advance either. Drama here at Daytona late in the race. Julio Caesar wins the second Gatorade Duel. What a race. That was just as good as the first duel. I really enjoyed those two races. They were awesome. Congratulations to Julio Caesar. And congratulations to the guys that advanced. Apologies to the guys that didn't. Come back next year and give it another go. So congratulations to Julio Caesar for winning. We'll see you guys for the Daytona 500.